Welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got breaking news coming out from the U.S. to share with you. We have this huge report just breaking today that the Justice Department has disclosed an Iranian murder for hire plot to kill Donald Trump. Okay, this is very big news. We've heard of this multiple times over the last several months now, that there have been attempts on Donald Trump's life. And this huge report just breaking today showing that an IRGC operative by the name of Farhad Shakuri was preparing to assassinate Donald Trump. He was given the orders by the IRGC directly from Iran back in September to put together a plan within 7 days to surveil and ultimately kill Donald Trump. Okay, this is very, very big news. Apparently, there have been indictments that have been unsealed in a federal court in Manhattan, and 3 people are involved here. We have Farhad Shakuri and 2 other men who 2 of them have already been arrested, and right now Farhad Shakuri is actually in Iran as he was recently deported from the U.S. after being imprisoned on robbery charges. Okay, so I want to go over this information today and show this to you. I also have a few things to show you on X as well, as it clearly looks like the Iranians are very afraid of a Donald Trump presidency. I mean, Donald Trump is already coming out very strong and speaking about, dealing with Iran. And he said multiple times Iran cannot get a nuclear weapon. So clearly a major threat to Iran. And it looks like it was such a big threat to them that they actually tried to assassinate him. Now, maybe this is not a big surprise to many of you, as we have been hearing a lot that the Iranians want to try to eliminate Donald Trump, and they probably did not want him to be into office. So let me show you this information today. We're going to hop into this article real quick from AP. Justice Department brings criminal charges in Iranian murder for hire plan targeting Donald Trump. Okay, very big news coming out today. The Justice Department on Friday disclosed an Iranian murder for hire plot to kill Donald Trump, charging a man who said he had been tasked by a government official before this week's election with assassinating the Republican president-elect. Investigators learned of the plot to kill Trump while interviewing Farhad Shakuri, an Afghan national identified by officials as an Iranian government asset who was deported from the U.S. after being imprisoned on robbery charges. He told investigators that a contact in Iran's paramilitary Revolutionary Guard instructed him in the past September to put together a plan within 7 days to surveil and ultimately kill Trump, according to a criminal complaint unsealed in federal court in Manhattan. 2 other men who the authorities say were recruited to participate in other assassinations, included a prominent Iranian-American journalist, were also arrested Friday. Shakuri remains in Iran. And something this makes me think about is how easy this could have been played out. If this is true and these men really were planning this attack on Donald Trump to try to eliminate him, along with other assassinations apparently, and even an Iranian-American journalist, this makes me think about the border being wide open for the last 3 or 4 years now. That's how easy any of these people coming in that, may plan to try to commit some sort of assassination attempt on a top official in the United States or whoever might be. Obviously there's lots of threats here already present in the United States, so this doesn't surprise me at all. Okay, also it says here there are few actors in the world that pose as grave a threat to the national security of the United States as does Iran, Attorney General Merrick B. Garland said in a statement. Also says here the plot, with the charges unsealed just days after Trump's defeat of Democrat Kamala Harris, reflects what federal officials have described as ongoing efforts by Iran to target U.S. government officials, including Trump, on U.S. soil. Last summer, the Justice Department charged a Pakistani man with ties to Iran in a murder for hire plot. Okay, so this is very big, guys. I think if we don't see some sort of response on Iran anytime soon, it's probably going to be coming after Donald Trump gets into office, okay? Just imagine hearing about an attempt on your life and, you're going to become president. I'm sure Donald Trump is going to want to do something about this. He's already come out speaking very aggressively towards Iran. I'm going to show you guys some video footage here on X in just a moment as well of him speaking. So I got a couple things on X to show you real quick. Also from the Daily Mail Online, Iran's plot to assassinate Trump. Here's everything you need to know. Breaking news, 2 assassins arrested in New York and a third on the run after Iran offered a lot of money to kill Trump after the election. Now, that was not stated in that report with AP, which I thought was interesting, but the Daily Mail Online is stating that a lot of money apparently was offered to the man that was supposed to be assassinating Donald Trump. And obviously, I would think money would be involved here, right? That's obviously a major motivator for people to commit any kind of acts like this. So, Daily Mail Online was reporting that today. And also, I want to show you guys this video. This is Donald Trump speaking recently, sometime in the last week, I believe, from Vivid. President Donald Trump: Israel must attack Iran's nuclear facilities. That's the biggest threat we have. Hit the nuclear facilities and worry about the rest later. So that's something he stated here while he was speaking on stage. And clearly, this is in regards to Israel counterattack against Iran for the ballistic missile attack back on October 1st. And he's coming out to basically telling Israel, go ahead and strike their nuclear facilities, deal with the rest later. That obviously the nuclear weapons are the number one biggest threat to the entire world. And Donald Trump clearly does not want Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. And that's basically what he's going to state here. So take a look at this, 1 minute long.
I listened to Biden yesterday. Since I went under the wing, I used to go under the wing of the aircraft. Nobody ever did that before. I did it. All of a sudden, Biden started. But he only takes like a half a question. Usually can't answer it. But they asked him, "What do you think about Iran? Would you hit Iran?" And he goes, "As long as they don't hit the nuclear stuff." That's the thing you want to hit, right? I said, I think he's got that one wrong. Isn't that the one you're supposed to hit? I mean, it's the biggest risk we have. Nuclear weapons, the power of nuclear weapons, the power of weaponry. I rebuilt the entire military, jets, everything. I built it, including nuclear, and I hated to build the nuclear, but I got to know firsthand the power of that stuff, and I'll tell you what, we have to be totally prepared. We have to be absolutely prepared. But when they asked him that question, the answer should have been, hit the nuclear first and worry about the rest later. And that's what they should. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. But we'll find out whatever their plans are. But great question. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, so there you heard it. He said, hit the nuclear stuff now, deal with the rest later, right? So he's talking about Iran. And I believe this was prior to Israel's response recently when they targeted like lots of military sites inside of Iran when they launched that massive aerial attack. So as we can see clearly, Donald Trump is not going to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. As he states here, these nuclear weapons are the greatest threat to the entire world, as the nuclear weapons currently in play are very devastating, okay? They're much more powerful than anything produced back in World War II. So obviously a major threat, right? So that means that Iran is not going to want Donald Trump to be in office if this is the way that he's speaking and the way he feels about it. If Israel doesn't do something about it, he probably will, right? Okay, so one last thing I want to show you also from Israel now. Billboards in central Tel Aviv support Donald Trump, okay? These were starting to pop up all over Tel Aviv after Donald Trump had been elected for president-elect. And obviously we can see here Israel very supportive of Donald Trump, as his sign reads, "Congratulations, Trump, make Israel great." Okay, and then what did we see the day after Donald Trump got into office? We saw Hezbollah throwing a major fit and launched something like 120 rockets into Israel, when just the day before there was basically, for the most part, no attacks inside of Israel. It was pretty quiet. We didn't really see many reports coming out from there. Obviously, the election was the most coverage that I saw on X. But yeah, clearly, Iran appears to be very afraid of a Trump presidency if they plan to try to assassinate him. And then at the same time, Israel is very supportive of Donald Trump getting into office, okay? And obviously Israel is a major enemy to Iran. So this is very big news, guys. Just wanted to get this out there to you and let you know what is happening with this. I'm going to follow this story and see what happens here. What will Donald Trump plan to do when he gets into the White House? How will he deal with Iran? I mean, the number one thing that I can say here is anything to do with the nuclear facilities. As he stated, go after the nuclear stuff first, deal with the rest later. So if we hear at any point that Iran has a nuclear weapon, I think the U.S. will do something now that he's in office. If it were to be Biden or Harris, maybe it might be a different situation. But Donald Trump definitely projects strength. And I think it's something he will deal with in the future. But let me know what you think down below. Share your thoughts, concerns, and opinions down in the comment section. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.